lot of fun playing with air dried clay lately, and I wanted to share some of my favorite pieces with you lately. I've been making these frame slash altar pieces, and my family's been on my mind a lot, so I just wanted to have them in my space a bit. So this is one little altar piece I made. It's a photo of my grandma and my dad and my uncle who passed away in Japan. And then I made one for my mom who is sick, and I put some milagros on either side. I have a horse, a vessel, a moon, a dove, a fire heart, snake, hand, and star. And this is just a really pretty photo of her from my auntie's wedding. All the women in my family have really curly hair, and I'm the only one in my whole lineage of women who has straight hair because I'm the only Japanese one. But yeah, my family's Venezuelan. I'm Venezuelan, Quechuan, Japanese, and I have had my family in my heart for so many reasons lately. My friends and I drew names for Secret Santa a long time ago, but we still haven't given each other our gifts, and I got Reese, which is like so funny because I always have so many gifts already in my head to give her, and so it's just been really easy collecting a bunch of stuff to put in her gift. But I made these frames with photo strips of us that I printed out a few different options of photos of us in black and white, and I landed on this one. And then I also wanted to get some chain links and put this metal industrial vibe to hold it up against the wall. This is the second one I'm gonna gift her with a photo strip from Korea. I drafted a bunch of different versions of this in my sketchbook, which I'll show you. Really excited with how these turned out. Girl, I'm having such a good morning. I shook my ass to this amazing playlist. I made some breakfast tacos, and now I'm heading to work in the garden. Gonna pick up a matcha for my friend there, and life is feeling good. Over the past few years, I've really discovered my complete love of cooking and spent some time volunteering in this kitchen, making huge batches of food or processing produce, and just fell in love with being in an industrial kitchen. So I got hired on as staff here and bake goodies every single week for their farmers market, and then got invited to do some hours in the garden as well, which has been an area of study I've always wanted to activate, because knowing how to grow food will always come in handy, and especially learning how to replenish soil and grow food that can be in harmony with the earth and the elements. But mostly I'm just doing weeding. However, I find it very fulfilling and love leaving the day covered in dirt. I'm very grateful to be learning this right now. Every weekend, I like to do a little bit of meal prep if I have extra ingredients on hand, and this morning I've been making my favorite sweet treat, which is coconut yogurt covered blackberries. And what I do is I lay them out on this tray and put them in the freezer, and then I just put them in this jar. These get really frozen though, so every time that I want to eat them, I'll just take out my desired amount and let them thaw out in the fridge or on the counter for like 10 minutes, and then they get really soft and juicy again, and they're just so good. I crave these all the time, and I go through them really fast. So I'm making 3 Costco containers worth of blackberries this time, and then my toaster oven is preheating, if you can hear it, because I processed a bunch of sweet potato. I took a few home, and so I just chopped those up, and I'm going to roast them. And you can coat these blackberries very roughly and unevenly. As long as there's yogurt on them, they're gonna taste delicious. And you can also cover them with a layer of chocolate after the yogurt has frozen over. I think that'd be really good. I think that's what True Fruit is, that brand that has gotten really popular, but I do this the low-key way, and sometimes I'll also put matcha in the yogurt. We're about to go to a function. Very rare occurrence. I pierced my chin.
Just casually.
Reese pierced her face.
It didn't hurt at all.
I have a really high pain tolerance, so it was fine.
Yeah.
I chopped off my disgusting nails, so now we're looking very cute and gay. Yeah, so that's the vibe. I really like these metal things that are on my braids. I don't even know what to call them. They're just little cuffs. Just a little bit of... So that's like what I'm doing tonight. So,
okay, do you want to finish the yes?
Yeah. The first days of the new year, I spent heroes dosing presents with my friends, and I think I'm gonna make this a regular ritual. I would say it was like a dopamine detox, but it was filled with so much pleasure and so much play off of our phones, off of social media, talking about our dreams, resting in the feelings of them, and resting in the complete comfort of the relationships that we have around us. I feel like I am naturally in such a joyful, curious, unguarded space when I'm with my friends, and having several days in a row to be in that play felt like complete 2016, early 2000s nostalgia, when life genuinely felt different because of the quality of presence that we all carried throughout most of our lives. Were microdosing presence. It's always the in-between moment. It's always the hour before work or the walk that we take at the end of the day. And much more rare is it that we spend days basking in our enoughness. In that spaciousness is where I feel my dreams get really fertilized, because I'm touching my dream reality in the moment of presence, that I'm laughing and joyful and not avoiding anything. And that is, to me, the ultimate fuel, and so much more vibrationally charged than just writing resolutions into a journal, genuinely connecting with the plane of love. And every 2 weeks since, I've been having little seances or prayer circles with the full and new moon. The moon has become an ally for these moments of presence. It was late at night, you'd held on tight. From an empty sea, a flash of light. It will take a while to make you smile. Somewhere in these eyes, I'm on your side. You know those moments when life is just so good that you can't help but fully be there and you can't look away from the moment? Sometimes that feels really rare, and I guess this is just a theme of my new year, that I do not want to wait for moments to happen that take my breath away. I want to be an active participant in making those moments happen every single day, to be struck by life and movement and change. And my overarching theme so far of this season is believing in our dreams as a spiritual pathway, as a form of faith, as something that is going to keep us in prayer and in hope. When you believe in your dreams, you will be compelled forward into the spaces that you are meant to be in. I never feel more devastated than when I'm telling myself it won't work out or that there's no use trying. I just want to invite you to believe in yourself and believe in the highest good again, especially if just imagining it feels so good that it's terrifying. It is your solemn duty to find something worth living for. Hey. 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 What's up? It's analog hours. I've been having fun doing improv lately, and so you might be seeing a little bit more of that crack through the surface. This is now becoming my playground, but it's analog hours, and there's some things I want to do. First of all, I never finished reading this book, which I think I can finish in one night. There are some good quotes in here. Your solitude will expand and become a place where you can live in the twilight, where the noise of other people passes by, far in the distance. And if out of this turning within, out of this immersion in your own world, poems come, then you will not think of asking anyone whether they are good or not, nor will you try to interest magazines in these works, for you will see them as your dear natural possession, a piece of your life, a voice from it. A work of art is good if it has arisen out of necessity. Bars. That is the only way one can judge it. I also started painting this the other night. I really like the double canvas painting, but it's just it's not done and it's really random and juvenile looking, but I love the colors. Last vlog, I repainted this big canvas and then I went over it in acrylic and this is what I came up with, but now I'm thinking that I don't really like this either. Like, it's interesting, the colors are nice, but it is reminding me of something that I could buy on wayfair.com as a home decor piece, which is kind of what I was making it for. It was like, I just want a nice big canvas in my space, but I don't love it. It doesn't feel like fully me. I'm gonna sit on this for one more day and then maybe repaint it tomorrow. And it's an act of free will. We all need them in our lives, right? It became astronomically more of a vibe in here, and I made some noodles. I cannot believe I haven't introduced you to my omnichord yet. This is an instrument that my uncle sent to me for Christmas that I mentioned to him 2 years ago. I cannot believe that he remembered and he found one in perfect condition. It's a vintage Japanese synth of sorts. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. So fucking special. I wish I was special. She's running out the door. She's running out. She run, 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 whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I really like to create a sensorium in my everyday life. This morning, I just roasted my favorite tea. It's roasted rice green tea. I have my incense going, and instead of listening to music or filling the moment, I'm listening to the sound of the birds and trying to tune into all the subtle noises around me. And inviting your body into the delight of your senses throughout your day will just naturally make you present and notice that you're alive, having an experience, and there are little pockets that you do have control over that can be filled with good things. Just as a way to remember your agency and empower yourself in any given moment. Radical aliveness as a revolution. It's the day after New Year's. I made some kale white bean soup that I've been making at least once a month. It's my favorite. I don't know if I'll ever be a mom. Okay, I don't know if that's in the cards for me, but I do love treating my friends like my kids. One of the main reasons I'm still on this earth plane today, like, she has saved my life time and time again. Just from like, I remember this one day I could not get out of my head about how bad of a person that I am. I had maybe like some awkward conversations and I just get really in my head. I went to Costco with her when I got this huge bag of basmati rice, and within that hour ride, my will to live was completely revived. And that has happened more times than I want to admit. One time I was just breaking down crying alone, and I somehow mustered up the courage to go to her house, and I just walked in and she was painting, and I was like, am I a bad person? Like, am I fun to be around? Am I okay? And I was just bawling my fucking eyes out, and I just had no energy, and I just laid my head in her lap on the couch and was crying so hard for like 3 hours. I'm gonna cry right now. But we just talked through it, and she helped me to see myself and remember myself. Oh my god. So anyway, every single time I think about how much I love her, it makes me so emotional, because it feels like she's inside of my mind, because I've been so honestly sharing my internal experience with the people in my life lately, because I was really struggling with SI. I don't want to get demonetized, so I'm using that abbreviation, for the last 3 months, and it was getting so bad, and I was feeling afraid to be alone. And so I've been sharing really openly with people what I'm feeling inside, just my close friends and now the whole internet. But I feel like she has been inside of my mind, seeing my patterns with me. It's kind of like she's sitting there now watching all those thoughts, and I know what she would say back to them, and it just feels like she is loving me from the inside out, from every stage. And I have really learned what family means this year, because me and all my friends have been going through it at different points, and the way that we hold each other is like something out of a movie. I was having really bad anxiety all day, and I was with my 2 closest friends, Reese and Leahy, and at the end of the day I just had to tell her how scary it felt that I really needed her, and that I don't have any other family that I feel like I can rely on that feels the way that it feels with her, that feels like the world is going to be okay because I have her in my life. You know, I don't feel like anyone else is holding my world together as much as I do with her. And again, I was just bawling my eyes out in her passenger seat, and it felt so good to speak that like directly into her heart and have her speak the same thing back to me, because she's had similar experiences, and we are each other's only family is what it feels like on this level of complete like spiritual nudity. And it also makes me feel so incredibly tender knowing that I take up that place in her life too, and that I also have the duty and responsibility to help hold her world together, and that I am actually contributing something positive to her life. Like, that also strikes me in such a deep way, where I'm like, oh my god, not only do you help me live, but I also am living for you. And her death is my death, and her life is my life. I love all of my friends so much, and I feel like I have learned what true love is from being in this friend group. This feeling of like, I see your inner child so much, and I feel like I'm helping to raise her just by loving you, just by cooking you food, or taking you outside on walks when you need it, or by like helping you pay your taxes, or, you know, by gentle parenting you when you feel like you've done something wrong. When you're in a relationship with someone for years, you really get to love every single different part of them, including their inner child and their wise elder version, and their little moody, grumpy, selfish selves, and their vain selves, and their like most enlightened versions that they can access right now. And I feel so fulfilled greeting all these new and different dimensions of my friends, and having so much natural, easeful, endless love for those versions. Like, I think that being in relationships is such a good feeling, not only because you get this dopamine and it feels good, but it reveals to you your own capacity to love someone unconditionally, which is such a good feeling. Like, damn, I actually love you so much in your complete wholeness, without you needing to hide or shame or omit any part of your story or who you are. I love you, and it's easy, and I'm excited about it, even when it isn't like easy or we're having a hard conversation, which honestly rarely happens. But like, I'm excited to be in that process with you, because I trust that what we're doing with our suffering. I think that's honestly something that really tethers me to my friends too, is I trust so deeply that we're in harmony with the energy of love and romance, and that we're aware that we're never fully victims to whatever is going on in our lives, and that we are going to continue suffering in this lifetime, and we're going to continue making things of our suffering and touching some form of truth within us. And I just really trust what my friends are doing with their life force and where it's leading, and it's such a good unifying feeling that we are all sort of just helping each other be the witness in like a less traditional spiritual sort of culty sense, just genuinely unpacking things together with objectivity and spaciousness. It feels so fulfilling. Like Reese asking me to take out the trash, or like I'm sharing my chocolate bar with her and I maybe wanted to be greedy and eat the whole thing. I was really craving it, but how good it felt to just split it with her, or have her eat more of it than me and be like, oh, I only got one piece of chocolate, but I'm so happy that you ate that chocolate and you liked it. There's no sense of like, I did this for you, I want this back. It's literally like, take all of me, have all of me, here are all of my resources. How can I help you use them? How can I help your dreams come true? How can I help you see yourself as you truly are? And the crazy thing is, the crazy part is knowing that the people I love feel the same way back, and that is flooring. That I have the permission to ask for help when I need it. And that still takes me aback when I like come to my friends with a problem and we are all just doing a puzzle in the living room and then we're all chiming in, helping to solve each other's problem. It feels like we're in a council. You really just listened to me complaining a little bit and you just solved all of my problems so quickly. I really believe that there's ways to create pockets of that all throughout the world, but it takes you being fully yourself, and it takes you taking initiative to make moments feel special and take the time to get to know people on intimate levels and travel together and have intentional moments. Like my friends and I, we used to have art nights so regularly throughout the week when we were first getting to know each other, or we would go out a lot more together and experience the world together, and seeing how we coexist in all these different environments and seeing how easy it is for us to be together in harmony. And yeah, I do feel like initially it does take some, you know, commitment and time, and it's a risk, but it also feels good to spearhead sort of rituals with your friends. This year, that's one of my intentions, is to have more prayer moments with my friends. Another one of ours is to do poetry nights and to read each other our writing way more frequently. And just, it's so easy to invite intention, especially when you're in a crew of people who have yes and energy. It's like, wait, why don't we like get a little excited and proactive about what we can be creating together? Like, this is a coven, even if it's you and one other person. Like, if you have anyone in your life who is down, you should 1000% put whimsicality on your vision board and like do things for the childhood fun of them. Do things because joy is something that returns you to oneness and truth. If you have a single person in your life that you feel safe with, you can go so deep with that person, and you can fall in love with life again with that person if you so choose, and commit to the bit of like, let's explore different dimensions of ourselves and the world around us, you know? I'm getting into lucid dreaming, which has happened to me a lot by accident, but Reese and I are going to start listening to lucid dreaming meditations before we go to sleep, and drinking mugwort tea and blue lotus. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting. I just got really excited and emotionally moved by the fact that I'm bringing soup and rice to my friends, and it's raining, and I'm about to go co-work with them and paint and draw, and the fact that I feel 1000% safety. But thank you for listening to that. I feel like I probably sound manic, but genuinely, my friends, my family are the reason that I'm here on this earth, and I just cannot stress that enough. Like, this is the biggest fulfilled dream that I will ever have. These people and these relationships are my life's work, and just imagine that all of your wildest dreams came true, how you would feel. That's how I feel about my homies and about Reese